Hey everybody, happy Sunday. Woo. And there's that one. There's and of course. How's everybody doing out there? Happy Sunday. We're quite a ways through April, and cheers to you if you're out there surviving like we are. Cheers to you if you're getting back to normal too, because we sure aren't in Ontario, Canada. And maybe if you're on Route 66, maybe you're doing well and cruising down that highway. And yeah, it's cold. But yeah, happy quarantine if you are in quarantine. I just wanted to mention too, before we talk about Richie, I think this is my 55th Sunday morning show. I think I started out doing it just kind of all over the place, but then I kind of settled into Sunday mornings because I found a lot of old guys are up on Sunday mornings. You know, I'd be commenting on videos, doing my practice on Sunday, and people just are responding right away. Buddies of mine that are out there. I guess that's that getting older thing. You know, you kind of have to stay up or you get up early because you don't want to waste the days. You don't gotta waste times, you know. Anyhow, yeah. So happy Sunday to all my friends out there that watch Sunday morning. A lot of people watch later on. Make sure you comment because it's nice to talk to people. Nice to have that kind of interaction when you can't interact because it's Sunday morning and I seriously went out to get groceries on Friday and have not left the house. We actually have the alarm on the front door and it has not been switched off. It's like we're not here. But yeah, Ritchie Blackmore. Let's talk about Richie. Mr. Strat played a Strat for most of his career. Huge career, known mostly for Deep Purple. But he's in his 70s now. His birthday was this week. I think he's 77, maybe 76. Sorry, should know these things. Should get these facts straight before I come on. Yes, I know. But so he's up there in when we talk about the years for classic rock guys. He's kind of in the Beatles years, isn't he? He's kind of up in that Paul McCartney range, Rolling Stones range, because Deep Purple was around in the 60s. They had a bunch of different tiers, versions. The first version was a singer called Rod Evans, who sang Hush, remember that song? And then, of course, the most popular era was with Ian Gillan, where Smoke on the Water, Highway Star, and what else? We had Lazy. Yeah, we had Lazy. And then the third version was with David Coverdale. I think the first big thing David Coverdale did. Then went on to Whitesnake, of course. But that was Burn, which had Glenn Hughes on bass. Glenn Hughes, who sang the other higher part in Burn, which was awesome. Glenn Hughes went on to sing with a lot of different people. Black Sabbath being one notable one. But yeah, Ritchie Blackmore then, of course, after the Coverdale years, left. He was going to do a solo album called Ritchie Blackmore's Rainbow, which is what it ended up being called. But he hooked up with a band called Elf, which had another great, iconic singer, Ronnie James Dio, Elf was his band. And if you haven't checked out Elf, if you're a Dio fan from Rainbow, Black Sabbath, and his solo stuff, check out the Elf stuff. It's really interesting to see the beginnings of his life and the songwriting is intact. Amazing songwriting. Carolina Country Ball was one of the second Elf album, self-titled first one, which I haven't heard a lot of, but Carolina Country Ball and Trying to Burn the Sun were the two albums that my friend Brad had, and listened to them, wore out the grooves at his place. And then, Dio went on to sing with on Heaven and Hell and Sabbath, and then did his own stuff, Last in Line, and his own stuff before he passed away. Then Ronnie had a bunch of different versions of Rainbow too. He had, the Dio version was the first version, which is incredible stuff with Cozy Powell and Long Live Rock and Roll, those albums, Rainbow Rising. Then he had Graham Bonnet, which had, I guess the biggest song from that era was Since You've Been Gone. Since You've Been Gone. And then Joe Lynn Turner was more of the really commercial side with Stone Cold and that stuff. Now today Richie is kind of moved away from rock, and he hooked up with his girlfriend. I believe it was Candace Knight. Blackmore's Night was kind of different kind of music. I'll be honest with you, I haven't heard a lot of it. But and then he put together a short tour of Rainbow in Europe just before, I guess 2017, somewhere around there. The only person of note in the lineup was Jens Johansson, keyboard player from Yngwie's band. Interesting, that whole group of musicians, it was just interesting if you followed all that stuff in the late 70s, mostly in the 80s, how interchangeable all the members were for all those bands. Rainbow, Deep Purple, and it's just all the different players that were played in those bands. Black Sabbath, another band. I think Black Sabbath has had like 29 or 30 members in Black Sabbath, which is incredible. But ever changing. Yeah, Michael Schenker Group also had a bunch of those members. Cozy Powell moved around drums from Michael Schenker Group to Rainbow to a lot of different acts, and they're just interchangeable guys. It was interesting. But one hidden fact though, could they work together with crazy band leaders like because if you don't know, Richie has a reputation of being a not so easy person to work with. Let's just say that. Yeah. There's a classic video of Deep Purple. I don't know where it is out there on YouTube land, but it's a live show of Deep Purple, and the show starts and Richie's not there. He's not in the side. He's not on stage, and they start the show. And that's how fed up I guess the band was of him, being late and stuff like that. And then he kind of walks on later, or he just didn't bother to walk on. Crazy stuff. Smash guitars, smash strats. Yngwie basically stole a lot from Mr. Ritchie Blackmore. Highway Star, yeah, and the biggest riff of all time, If you're a guitar teacher, you've taught that to your students in E. It's funny when kids hear that song and think that hey, I've heard that before. And it's a pretty major riff. He's got a lot of riffs. Man on a Silver Mountain. Whoops. All kind of, very, very fourth, playing the fourths. Interesting stuff. Highway Star, intro, G. F, with the third off. There's an F chord, of course, your traditional F chord. Drop the third and keep the G open, so it's kind of a suspended second. And then you play a C without the C bass, so C over E. Kind of emphasizing that E. And the G is kind of a power chord G without the third, which You guys should know that by now, you intermediate guys out there. Um, yeah, great riff master. Amazing man. Happy birthday week to you. Love to see those bands get back together again, but I'm sure they have their reasons. But they're getting pretty up there in age. Live gigs and touring, even if it was around right now, would probably be few and far between for those guys. Anyways, I've got the hood open today to change gears. I usually have the green screen down. I've got it open today because just to show what a mess this studio actually is, and my computer monitors. Hope that's not phasing out the screen too much. But anyhow, changing gears. Yes, I hope everybody's okay out there. We have our live stream this afternoon. Got some fun stuff this afternoon. If you guys want to tune in, 3 p.m. Eastern time on Sunday. Every Sunday so far, we're way past a year now of doing our live streams. Basically, it's a year for doing this Sunday show too. Hope you like it. I've got a lot more stuff coming up, guitar-wise. I got something real interesting that you guys are going to like. I mentioned it on my Thursday health show, it's just going to be not necessarily guitar lessons, but it's just going to be something you're going to enjoy, and it's going to be more one-on-one, you and me. Maybe do some group stuff. Maybe do some exclusive content for you guys, as far as lessons. And it's just not just lessons. It's just going to be about you and guitar. And if you're a weekend warrior, or you're trying to be a weekend warrior when there are gigs out there. Or I think the States is opening up, so you guys probably, weekend warriors are back in action, probably getting there. I've done thousands of gigs, so you can maybe ask me about a little bit about my experience out there. And really, you do not. Just one thing though, you do not learn anything about playing live until you play live, and all the things that can go wrong and will go wrong, and how you correct them for the next time. And you keep pushing the envelope as you get better and play more gigs. So if you played only one gig in your life and you think that was great, more power to you. If you played one gig in your life and it sucked and you don't want to do it again, no, keep going. Keep going and play gigs. It gets better and you experience more. And just ask my kids who have done 50 live streams in the last year. Actually, we're at 53 or something like that, 54. Yeah, just ask them how much how professional they are by just playing in front of people, because you have to be at your best. Anyhow, happy Sunday, happy cold coffee, and I know. What do you think of this look? Can I keep the hood up so you can be blazed out by pictures of Richie back there and everybody else? Anyhow, take it easy. And enjoy, and try and enjoy what you can of better weather, and enjoy yourselves. Take it easy.